Hi, this is Bernice, it's a Bitsy Imaginarium. Welcome back to part 3 of my anatomical heart pendant. For this section you will need to cut 8 inches of 18 gauge wire. Measure around 2.5 inches and using your round nose pliers start to make an oval about 1/2 inch in length. You can use your nails to curve it as well if you need to. Go all the way round with your wire so that both wires are facing the same way. Measure 1/2 inch on the longer wire and bend it out. Using your nail, make a curve in the wire and bend it back towards the other wire. And then once it's level, bend that wire back so it matches the other wire. So you've got like a sack. Just check it fits. Make sure your wire is nice and straight. Using your 26 gauge, you need to coil around the 2 wires that are together on the oval at the end. Press your bobbin against your frame and then you can weave through so that you don't have to cut any wire off. Do that full section. Don't cut your wire off once you've finished it. You need to use that wire to secure it to your frame. Now use the wire on your bobbin to do a figure of 8 weave. Two round each wire is fine. Your weave will start to go at an angle as you go around the curve, but that's what you want. Just keep going. Once your weave has reached the bend, continue to weave from that bend so that the 2 wires are then secured together. You only need to do it 3 or 4 times. Now you need to cut some weaving wire. I luckily got to the end of mine. Go once more around that base wire. And then you need to weave through the figure of 8 weave you've already done. The end of my wire is a bit bent, so I'm going to snip it off. You need to fill the gap in that sack section, so we're going to go back through the wire till we get to that edge piece. Now you've got to the gap, continue with your figure of 8 weave. Make sure you hold it with your nail or it'll slide down. Once your weave has filled in the gap, you need to just coil around that base wire a bit just to secure your weave. Straighten your wires out. Now there's a gap between the weave you put on last and the base of the frame that you made. Push it in, give it a good push because it is quite hard to get in there, and hold it down tight, and using the weaving wire wrap it round the frame and the weave you've done. Just secure it all the way across. Now turn it over and secure the base wires. It is 18 gauge, so it's nice and strong, so you just need to snip and bend it round that base wire in your frame. And pinch it in nice and tight with your pliers. Now with that weaving wire left, secure it through the frame again. There's some wires at the back that it can wrap round. Just enough time so it's in there nice and secure. I do appreciate you all watching this. It would really help me out if you'd like and subscribe. Thank you. Now you need to make a coil around 9 inches long. I'm using one of the bars from my coiling gizmo. I can't actually use the gizmo under the camera, there's not enough room. If you don't have one, you can do it directly onto your wire. You need, I'd say, 15 inches of wire because you need room for the coil to go around. I'm just securing it onto my bar. Once you've got all your 9 inches of coil, take it from the bar. I just snip it, you can unravel it, and then put it onto your base wire. I like to snip the end so it's nice and tidy. said again, approximately 15 inches. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit short or a bit longer, as long as you've got enough to make your coil with. Using your chain nose pliers, hold your coil at the widest part and coil it round all the way down to the very tip. You want like a funnel. Now the wire at the widest part, push it back through so that both wires are coming out at the bottom. This holds it all together. You will need to use your pliers, it gets a bit stiff. Shape it a little with your fingers as you're pulling it tight. It does like to move out of shape. Use your nylon pliers to squish it flat. This will definitely knock it all out of shape, but you can put it all straight afterwards, it doesn't matter. Use your fingers and your pliers. Trying to find where the camera was, I couldn't see. Yeah, secure that wire around the base, the one that you pushed through, so it holds it all nice and tight. And use your flat nose pliers to squeeze any kinks out that you've put in it. You want there to be a little curve to this, like a cornucopia. With your chain nose, just twist it round so you've got a nice oval like that first bit. Cut about 12 inches of your weaving wire and place it between the top two rows of weaving at the back. You want to do like a running stitch down the back of it to hold each 2 or 3 layers in, together. This won't be seen because it will be on the back. Just do it every 3 or 4 layers and then go back up again. When it gets to these bottom ones that are a bit tight, just wrap them round. Sorry. Now you need to go back up a little bit, so wrap round again. And just go through one of the wires there so that you can use these 2 weaving wires to secure it to the frame. Snip a bit off, you don't need that much. Bend the wire on the right back and place it between the figure of 8 weave that you've done. This stops it from slipping around. Now, using your weaving wire, secure through your frame. You do this with both of the weaving wires. Three or 4 times should be enough. It's just to secure it in place. It's best to try and keep your wires straight. They do get kinked up a lot. And secure the wire on your frame at the back. Using the 2 base wires that you've got left, wrap them round each side of the wire on the frame. Snip them short and then pinch them in tight. I haven't videoed me securing that last weaving wire, but I did it just the same as I did the last one. Wrap it nice and firm around that frame. Pinch it in tight. Thanks for watching.